Hi everybody, Tiffany Solorio here. I am really excited to share this layout with you guys. I am using the Salvage District collection, and it is one of my favorite collections because I can add whatever color I feel like at the moment. Today I am adding some teal colors. One layout I added purple. You can add pink, blues, or just keep it black and gray and white if you would like as well. And it is just a gorgeous collection to have in your stash. So be sure to check out all of the product list down below, and all the links and everything will be down below as well. Okay, so let's get started. The paper I am using is number 847524, and throughout the video, if I don't say a product number, the list will be down below. And I just love this paper. It has florals and just gorgeous designs and script, and it's stunning paper. I love this. I always gravitate towards this paper when I'm doing a layout, just for a base background layout. Base background paper, I should say. Okay, so we're going to cover the whole paper with clear gesso. And a little tip, if I know I'm going to be using a lot of mediums and sprays and inks and everything like that, I will add 2 coats of gesso, whether it is clear or white. But I'm not doing too much today, so I'm just going to add 1 coat. And the clear gesso is nice. It dries pretty fast, and it just kind of protects your paper, so you can build layers of sprays and inks and just different types of paste, whatever you want, so all that color doesn't seep in the paper. So now that the clear gesso has dried, I am going to add some clear crackle paste. I love this stuff. So I like to use the silicone spatula for this, because you can kind of control how much you want. And I'm just gonna do it randomly because I don't want the whole thing covered with cracks. Okay, so at this point you can let the crackle paste dry, which is suggested, but I find with the clear crackle paste, I am able to take my heat tool, and what I do is I hold it high up, and it gives kind of like an overall heat to the whole paper, instead of holding it close and you're just gonna kind of bubble up all that paste. So that's my little trick. Okay, so now we are going to add the papers on the sides and then get more of that crackle paste on the layers of papers and start building up our layout. So this paper, again, is from the Salvage District collection, and this number is 847517. And like I said, all the links will be down below for all the texture paste, the gessos, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to tear a piece. And it definitely doesn't have to be perfect, but you kind of want it in a straight line. Okay, so I'm going to tear another piece, which is going to be wider, so probably, I don't know, I don't have my mat out. It's probably 4 inches or so, 3.5. And it doesn't really matter which way you tear it, just as long as you get those kind of rough edges. Okay, so after you tear the papers, you're going to add them to your layout, and after you get them how you want, And I'm just going to use some Fabri-Tac You don't want to go too close to the edges just because you're going to kind of curl them up just a tad bit just to give it a little bit more dimension. You definitely want to get enough glue on there because we're going to be adding more crackle paste, and if there's not enough glue then it'll definitely start kind of bubbling up. So again, clear gesso. Okay, so we're going to add more crackle paste. Okay, so you could see a little better where I put the crackle paste on the black paper, but I doubt you'll be able to see the little cracks in there. But they're there. They'll start coming up once I add the colors. But at this point, you want to kind of pick up that paper a little bit, kind of so it's not flat. So I'm going to be using this stamp here, and it is 961961, and it is crackle, and I'm just going to add a little bit here and there. And for this, I like to do a little bit of stamping off. I'm not sure the technical, I think there's a technical word for it. I think it's called second generation stamping or something. I don't know. And then if you want kind of to get it just a little bit, I kind of just curve the stamp. So that's what I like about these clear stamps, is you can kind of manipulate them. Okay, so that looks good for now. I'll probably add more later, but I'm going to add this back. Okay, so I'm going to be adding some deep teal, and I don't want a lot of color. I just kind of want it here and there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these paper towels and spray on the paper towel so I get that color in that nozzle. And then bloom spray is a little bit wet, I want to add a little bit of black, and doing this while it's wet will kind of just blend everything together, and then you don't have to keep adding water. So I'm going to add it here, just spray it, and I'm using a watercolor brush, and then how I do this is I squeeze a little bit and then I just tap. And if you want more of a concentrated color, you just take it, the oil pastel, and right on the brush. Okay, so now I'm going to work on this side of my layout, and I'm using these frames. The number is 892098. I'm going to use the little one here. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to add some of this thread. I'm just going to kind of build my layers, and then once I like how they look, I'm going to glue everything down. That works the best for me, and that's what we're going to do. So these flowers are 590000. They're these ones here. And this one, I believe it was cut from for a different project, but that's exactly how I want it anyways. I wanted to snip off the stem and just kind of stick it in there like that. And then we're going to take some of these flowers, which is number 586416. It's a little one. I believe like that. Okay, I zoomed in just a little bit just because we're kind of working in this, like, just the middle area here, and I want you guys to see what I'm doing. That is from the wood embellishments, and the number is 583774, and it comes with all of these, and it comes with all of these little tiny hearts, which I use them so much. But I'm going to use this one here. Right, so now I'm going to start gluing everything down, and just for the sake of time, I'm going to add hot glue. I'm going to add this one over on this side. And I don't like the leaves, so I'm going to tear those off. So add that one on that side. And then before I add the flowers on the frame, I'm going to take this thread and just kind of bunch it up. And I want it to be messy, so but I don't want it to be too messy. Okay. I'm going to twirl it around my fingers and then kind of smush it in the middle, and then hopefully that will work. Okay, that works for now. So add this flower here. I just love these flowers. And then this one on top of the stem. Just like that. Just like that. And then it gives it a spot for your little wood embellishment. Or you can put it here or here. Or, I mean, you can put the title anywhere, but I liked it on this side. So I'm just going to add glue and stick it down. Okay, now we're going to work on this side, and I'm going to add some foam adhesive on this side. You could definitely use cardboard to recycle. Okay, so I'm going to add some cheesecloth, and you can find this a lot of different places. I normally buy it on Amazon just because it's kind of the best deal. This is how I do it when I'm kind of layering different things. I'm just going to add a big glob of the hot glue. So I'm going to use these, and the number for these is 590369. And this one I'm going to use in the corner, so I kind of cut it already from the other layout. So, and again, I'm just going to kind of layer them how I want them, and then I'll glue them down. So I'm going to add these as well. This number is 586485, and the number for these is 586461. And I love these flowers because they're perfect kind of filler flowers, and there's 48 in there, so you get a lot. I'm going to add this one. And I don't like all that glitter and everything, so I just kind of brush it off a little bit. And then just kind of picking randomly. Maybe I might add one over here, so I'll just leave it over there. So I'm also going to add some ephemera, and I pulled some pieces that I liked that I might use, and the number for the ephemera is 583637, and you get all those pieces in there. Super nice. And then you also get this couple little bottles, and then couple little charms. Really nice pack. That everything is glued down, I like how it all looks, and we're just gonna kind of bring it all together, and you want to protect your photo. You don't want any crazy splatters on your photo. Okay, and one of my favorites is Frost Color Bloom Spray. It's basically like gesso and water, but you don't have to mix it together and stuff, which isn't a big deal, but this, if you can find some Frost Color Bloom Spray, you should get it because it is perfect for splatters, white splatters. I kind of did the layout a little bit too much this way, but that's okay. You guys get the idea, I hope. And if you have any questions, please feel free to message me. And the gesso is 961374. This stuff lasts me forever because it's so thick. I love this gesso. Okay, so what I like to do is take some gesso, not a lot, and kind of just work it in that brush and kind of basically just take most of it off. You just want a little bit, and then that's how you get that kind of dry brushed look. You don't want a really wet brush. Again, it just kind of pulls everything together. Okay, and another thing that I did was I took the same brush and just kind of ran it on the edge. Let me get in here a little bit, and you'll see it more right here. But it just kind of finishes off the edges, and I did it all around. I won't do that now, but just so you guys can get an idea. I'll do it again on the black over here. So it pulls it all together. So, okay, so that completes the layout. I hope you guys enjoyed, and again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching this video, and I hope you guys found it helpful. And be sure to like the Facebook page, Prima Marketing Facebook page, join Live with Prima on Facebook. There is lots of fun things going on. It is CHA time, so be sure to take a look over on the blog as well, where there is so many sneak peeks and projects and full reveals of new collections and everything like that. So I again thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.